valiant effort from the boys, but unfortunately the 4 points eluding us in the finish. Tom Roach, I welcome you to the program. Going down by 20 of the best on Friday night. It was a very seesawing affair, I thought. One played with finals intensity.
Yes, no doubt about that, mate. It was a good game of football, and look, never really thought we were going to win. Hawks just always seem to be a little bit better than us on the night, but it was a good effort and encouraging for the rest of the year.
And the re-signings just keep on coming. Prospective free agent, but not anymore. Superstar forward Mark LeCras has inked a new deal with the club, extending his contract for another 4 years. Epic news, Roach.
Nah, it's great news, and it's good. He obviously joins the list of the boys that have already signed. Waters, McKenzie, Schofield, Shuey, and Masson have all just recently re-signed. Just really shoring up things to come. That's our middle-aged group. And look, it's great to see Lecker sign as well, coming off obviously that broken arm and also that knee that's been out for the last year. So he'll obviously improve in his performance at the moment, coming off a knee. So looking forward to it.
Unfortunately, crushing news for the next segment. Massive double injury blow coming from the medical room. 2012 club champion Scotty Selwood and rebounding defender Shannon Hurn will face extended periods on the sidelines. Selwood's ended up fracturing his right thumb, set to miss between 6 and 8. Hearns ended up dislocating his tendon in his ankle. Never heard of anything like that before.
Dislocating tendon?
Yeah, and he's set to miss up to 10 weeks, probably taking him to the brink of the finals, Roach.
Yeah, devastating news, Thump. Foot in plaster for 6 weeks. Then they'll assess from there, so you look unlikely to come back. It's not the first time he's been in a boot. 2008, he was in the moon boot then. Also, great effort from Scooter Selwood to keep playing after fracturing the thumb. He actually had a shot from 30 out directly in front and didn't know whether to kick it right or left-footed because he was too sore to hold the footy.
True story.
True story. But he kicked the goal anyway, very tough. And Mitch Brown suffered a similar injury a couple of years ago where he missed 6 to 8. So, hopefully.
Look, devastating news. Obviously, you're coupling this with the recent news of Mark Nikoski suffering a wrist injury and forced to miss the rest of the season. Devastating news for Mark, obviously coming off that massive hamstring injury, and you know, our heart goes out to him. Every West Coast supporter would probably be the same. The senior coach actually spoke about just the frustration of whenever you think you're going to get your healthiest list in, just another blow occurs.
Yeah, well, every time we feel as though it's on the horizon of having all the players available. We've had some serious injuries, but that's footy. On we go. I think Shannon didn't play much of the game at all the other night. We still competed pretty strongly, so we still believe that we can compete really strongly with every team in the competition.
Doesn't need to be said. Massive game tonight against the top 4 Essendon Football Club in order to push back into the top 8. One bloke who won't be running out with the team is veteran wingman Andrew Embley. Obviously, we know he's been suspended 2 weeks down to 1. He's ended up dropping a couple of knees like road dog Jesse James from the WWE into Ben Stratton. Disappointing for WAC.
Very disappointing. Obviously, with the early play, he comes down just to 1 week, which I think he's quite lucky to get. But look, he's not that kind of player. He's only been suspended twice in his career, and he actually spoke to Eagle Eye TV to convey his disappointment about the incident.
Very disappointed in myself for what happened on Friday night. Very apologetic towards Ben Stratton, and also just to footy supporters in general, because what happened on Friday is out of character for me. It's not what I'm about, and it's not what people want to see when they go to the football as well.
We had plenty of great players on the night, wearing their heart on their sleeve all throughout. Dean Cox probably had one of his best games of the season. Midfielder Scotty Selwood fought valiantly, as we've discussed. Luke Shuey with a couple of goals and getting a ton of it in the midfield was excellent. We're on top of clearances all night. Josh Kennedy leading the Coleman with 5, looking in great touch, and let's hope we can continue that in the second half of the year. But Eric McKenzie definitely deserves a mention, Tom.
Yeah, had a good game on Buddy. Buddy only kicked the 2 goals, I think. And look, he beat him in the air consistently. They are saying it's one of Buddy's best team games. A lot of 1%ers there from Buddy. But look, in the air, Easy was sensational after signing a new contract last week.
Nick Nat had one of his more interesting games of the year, I thought. Dominated early against David Hale and Max Bailey. Had 22 to 9 inside 50s in the first quarter. He was largely responsible. He was plucking them from all over the ground. He was tackling well at ground level. He even got split open by Buddy, which shook him up quite a bit, probably slowed him down. So everything, he was around everything. But in my opinion, mate, he kicked one of the goals of the round.
No, Thumper. Wasn't even nominated for goal of the week.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
And we have seen the 3 that have, obviously. And you know, credit to them, I guess. Daniel Jackson's goal, his running check side, wasn't too bad. Yeah. But, mate, it's doable.
It is doable.
I mean, we've seen it can happen.
No, it's possible. Yeah.
But, you know, don't give me all the credit, mate. Trent Cotchin's goal. I mean, very impressive that he's run someone down, but
Yeah,
you can do that, couldn't you?
Yeah, left foot 15 out. Pretty simple, mate.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Let's give credit to Brent Maloney, though. I mean, when you get the ball from the centre square and you boot it from 70, you got a bit of talent there.
Well, that's right. Some people kick the ball further than others, though, mate.
Yeah, well, we didn't really have our best kicking shoes on that day, so let's give Brent Maloney credit. But, mate, Nick Nat's goal, I mean, unbelievable. Grabbing it from the ruck like that.
Well, you've got to be tall.
I know.
If
And
you're not tall, you can't kick goal.
mate, that's step one, is getting up and getting the footy that high.
Yeah.
Mate, we couldn't even do step one. That's how difficult it is. Unbelievable. Let's have a look at our magic moment. I'm going to kick things off for you, mate. Had some sensational goals from Josh Kennedy, Mark Lacroix and Masto. They were all snaps on the weekend. JK's was his fifth, Masto on his opposite side, and Leckers was in the hot dog stand. That's how far away from goals he was. I loved all of them.
Yes, my magic moment was actually Curry's courage. All right, now this, if we have a look at the clip here, look, he didn't have to go here,
No.
but he's put in, and he has luckily turned his body at the last second. We saw the little Brendan Savage there just pull out.
Soft, wasn't it?
Nah, smart. Look, and also another one, quick one here, Gaffey. He's started shoving here with Gunston, and you got old big brother Jack Darling's come over and gone, oh, hey, get off him.
Don't
And-
you pick on my 50-kilo
That's
teammates,
right.
Jack Gunston.
Yes.
Let's have a look at the teams. Massive game, Thursday night. Bit different Thursday night, isn't it?
I like it.
Let's have a look at them. The ins, Simon Tudbridge. You can give me a bit on him later.
Yep.
Brad Shepherd got the recall.
Yep.
Ash Smith, the travelling emergency from last week, has got the call-up.
Yep.
Mark Hutchings, brilliant inclusion for the likes of Scotty Selwood, making up for that hardness grunt in the midfield.
Great result.
Out, and 2 injured blokes we talked about, Embley and Blaine Wilson after 2 games. Bit stiff to be given the axe.
Yep.
Simon Tunbridge, what can you tell me about him?
He's a strong boy.
Yep.
He's got a big rig on him. He's only about 6'1", 6'2", but pretty strong over the football. And he's been playing down at Perth Football Club, playing some pretty good footy. He's been injured a little bit last year, but yeah, he's a pretty solid footballer.
I want your match winner now, so I want someone that's going to make a bit of an impact in the game for you, Tom.
Yes, my match winner will be Mark Lacroix this week. Okay, he's been a little bit flat since coming back from that broken arm, but he's just signed during the week, so he'll be feeling very confident about his future. And we know he loves playing against the Dons. He kicked 12 against them a couple of years ago, so I'm expecting him for a big game.
I'm going to lock in Patrick McGinnity. He's not necessarily going to win you so many games off his own boot or with the amount of disposal he gathers, but he's got a very important role in this team. He locks down on the dangerous forwards, or even plays that forward tagging role like he did on Grant Birchall. Exceptional job. Ended up injuring him. 5 to 6 weeks, dream team, no problem. And he also can tackle Buddy Franklin and hurt him. If you can do that, well, you're going to have the vote in my book. But I think with the amount of small forwards that have sort of torn us up at the start of the year,
Yeah.
put Paddy McGinnity on him, and that's an excellent way to stem the curve of goals up forward.
Good one, mate.
Don't
Well done.
forget, it's women's round this week, round 14 for the AFL. Eagle Vision got a couple of clips for you with ladies who make the lunches for the boys every match day. South Fremantle Youth Girls team who have got the curtain raiser here at Patterson Stadium. And also a few networking lunches going on. So
Oh, it's all happening, mate.
Whether you're the canteen lady, you're playing footy, you're just mums of footballers, thanks very much to all the women out there.
Well done, ladies, and hooroo till next review.
Are you serious? Oh my god, man! It's not easy, mate.
It's taken way too long to get this. It's an absolute disgrace.